told them I snore. I didn't think they'd take her seriously, and here I am. Yeah. Can't have a fucking sleep study. So they're gonna have to put something up my nose, which means I have to take my nose piercing out.
I could have slept with you. I could have stayed.
Oh, and she could have stayed. But we have dogs, so I mean, I guess technically she could have. You did take the dogs out, but it wasn't planned. So, and you didn't come in pajamas. She's fully clothed. I brought my PJs. I brought my blanket and everything. So, but either way, it's just if you wanted to stay, you can still stay. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they're gonna take my piercing out. I'll have to take my piercing out. Change to my PJs. I got my blanket. I got my pillow that I put in between my legs. And
phone charger.
My phone charger. She wants me to take as many videos and pictures as I can. So if this turns into a video, it's a video. But if not, well then. So I don't know if he's gonna come in and do it for me. Anyway. Oh, right. And then he'd come in. Well, this is my room. Bro, I looked at myself in the mirror. I was like, what the fuck, dude? All this is gonna hurt to come off. Like, I didn't shave anywhere. It's just connected to my hair. I think it'll be okay. Well, I guess I'm gonna go to sleep. Alright, it's over. So truly, I didn't expect anything out of this because like it took me, usually on a daily basis in my own house, it takes me about an hour to fall asleep, about a bunch of tossing and turning. But I had all these cords on me that it was like, okay, I'm gonna have to fall asleep somehow. And I'm a nervous peer. But I guess I slept enough because just a couple days ago, we're in April 23rd, so like 20th, I don't know. My doctor, he's just like, I just got your results. And I'm over here like, yeah, I'm good. He's just like, you have sleep apnea. I was like, man. And here I was at, the sleep study, and I felt like a fraud, It was just like, I'm just here wasting these people's time, because my wife said I snore. No, turns out I have sleep apnea. And they're gonna deliver the CPAP machine, right? Is that what it's called? They're gonna deliver it. And I'm gonna have to use that. So I was attached to all of that. Okay, update from yesterday from the sleep study. It took me maybe over an hour to fall asleep, and then it took me it took me an hour to fall asleep. So I'm a nervous peer. Like, if I'm nervous, anxious, or whatever, I need to pee. Even if I go and there's, 2 droplets, I need to pee. I'm an anxious peer. An hour goes by, and I'm just like, okay. Like, my stomach starts it starts hurting, too, so I'm just like, shit, I think I have to go. And he had said, just wave at the camera, or, because he's going to be busy, just call out his name. And I am, like I said, a shy, anxious person. And so I text my wife because she got to stay. Actually, she got to stay in her own little room right next to me. And so I'm texting her. I'm just like, man, I need a shit. I'm too nervous, to say, hey. I mean, she ended up looking everywhere, and honestly, they were nowhere around. So kind of just waited around till he was nowhere to be found. He was busy, So we wait a bit, and finally he comes out, and he's just like, everything okay? And she's like, oh, he just got to use the restroom. I couldn't get up because, I'm attached to all these, as you saw, I'm attached to all these things, to the bed. Thankfully, my wife was there. She helped out, got him. I went to the restroom. I finally went to sleep after, maybe an hour of tossing and turning. So it was from, about 9 p.m. to 5 in the morning. I think I finally went to sleep. It took me a minute, but I went to sleep. I'm so sorry about the barking. I live in Mexico. I went to sleep, and I woke up around 4:30-ish, and I needed to pee again. And in my head, I looked at the time, and I was just like, I should just wait it out, But like I said, I'm an anxious person, so it's just like, all right, to the camera, I'm over here hey. He comes in so fast. That's how I know he's obviously watching the cameras. He comes in so fast, and he's like, you need to use the restroom? I'm like, yes. Yes, sir. He unhooks me. I go use the restroom. He's just like, all right, man, you got like 30 minutes left. Let's just be so for real. I laid there with my eyes closed because obviously they can see me. So I'm just like, let me at least try to sleep a bit. Because he had told my wife, like, she was just like, can he be on his phone? And he was just like, I mean, yeah, he could be, but the more he sleeps, the better. And so, I tried going back to sleep even for those 30 minutes. I didn't. He comes in 30 minutes later. He's just like, all right, you're good. Took all these attachments off, pulled them off my leg, and oh my God. Do the drive home. It's quite simple. I mean, I don't want to do that again. I'm not that kind of person that could just fall asleep anywhere really quickly. It takes me a minute, honestly. Like, unless I'm on vacation, new house, it has to be the comfort of my own, whatever the with my wife right next to me. She was in the room next door, so I'm also kind of like, oh, I hope she's okay in the room next door, But yeah, it was fine. Also, apparently, to get into the sleep study can take months. And so I was booked like maybe a little over a month ago, like at my doctor's appointment. They were like, okay, we sent it out. And then I got a call maybe like a week later, and they were just like, okay, we're gonna book you for, supposed to be in, I think it was supposed to be like April 4th or something like that. And they were just like, they called me like a day or two before the appointment, and they were just like, we're gonna have to reschedule. So they rescheduled me for like 3 months later. And I was like, okay, whatever. But they also did put me on a wait list. Then I get a call one random day, and they're out here like, they were like, can you do tomorrow? And I was just like, whoa. Look at my wife. She's like, just say yes. And so say yes. And I got in immediately. My doctor, when he called me with the results, he was just like, I don't know who you know, but it usually takes months to get into the sleep study. I was just like, who do I know? Because like, I guess I'm just lucky like that.